is king! Christ is king!
Let all that you do be done in love. A Christian, when they see their society collapsing around them, doesn't cower or run in fear. He doesn't stick his head in the sand and hope that it will all change and just go away and be all right. He doesn't throw up his hands and say all is lost.
Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Go on.
Do we have to keep the Sabbath as a Christian?
So the question is, as Christians, do we have to keep the Sabbath? The answer to that question is no. The Bible is clear. The Sabbath was given to the Jews, not to the Gentiles. Christians do not have to keep the Sabbath. But historically speaking, the Gentile church made the Sunday like a Sabbath. And even it took on the form of the Sabbath for the Gentile church. That's the non-Jewish church. And Christians do practice the disciplines of keeping the Sunday as a Sabbath, as a historical tradition, a legitimate historical tradition. And here's why our society should adopt the Sabbath. Because without the Sabbath, we are all slaves to the economy. Without the Sabbath, the bonds of fellowship, family and friendship become eroded because we can't find time to spend together because of the demands of capital. And so the church offers the idea of treating one day as a day of rest so that you may refresh and renew the bonds of fellowship with those that you love, the bonds of family and the bonds of friendship, so that you can renew and recognize that society does not live by bread alone, that the soul needs more than money, needs more than work to be fulfilled. Our liberal culture, in abandoning the idea of a weekly day of rest, has enslaved us all to capitalism and commercialism. And we should correct ourselves because our grandparents were all idiots. They were idiots who abandoned the Christian heritage of Europe that made Europe the envy of the world. Just because our grandparents were all fools doesn't mean that we should continue in their foolishness. We are a new generation and we can choose our own destiny to return to the ways of our fathers and to uphold the idea of a weekly day of rest. Any other questions?